Hi guys, how's it going? This is FreeplayFrenchie. Welcome back to another one-take video in my messy bedroom. Now, as you can see, the circumstances are less than ideal. I know it's messy. I know this isn't a great setup. Bear with me. There's been a lot going on in my house lately. We've got a new boiler put in. I had the floorboards up in my room. There was mess everywhere, which is why I'm dealing with it all now and putting it all back in place, etc, etc. It's been awful. Also, I'm working on trying to sort out where my video is going to go now, because I've just about managed to get my head in this video, but I have a new mattress. And it's giving me about 10 inches more in height. So whereas before I could rest my phone on top of my mirror, record like that, generally I'm more like up here. That's how big and fluffy the mattress is. So we're in a little bit of trouble. But it's fine. Back to today's topic. No more Andromeda updates. Apart from multiplayer stuff. No DLC, no more patches, etc, etc. I thought I'd fill you in, guys, on what the studio had to say, and the top comments from Facebook, which are always interesting. Now, little clarification, I think I may be part of the majority of the Andromeda fan base and BioWare fan base who are kind of in the middle. We don't hate the studio, we're trying to be sympathetic, but we are undoubtedly disappointed. I've been disappointed and I'm very sad about it. The Elusive Man has been very disappointed with BioWare. He doesn't trust anything anymore. He's very cross with EA, as a lot of people are. They think it's EA's influence to a great studio that was one of the very few independent studios that was left to make great games. And now, what's happened? You know, what has really gone on here? So, no more patches. There was the last patch that came out recently. They've changed romances, they've changed the graphics, they've added more dialogue, they've tweaked things here and there. I think there are still game bugs, because mine ended on a bug to do with a quest. I don't know if they got around to fixing that, they might do. But now there's just one team left, concentrating on multiplayer missions. I'm just imagining this one room with like 4, 3, 5 people in there working on the best things they can do. And I imagine a lot of the developers and programmers are disappointed because they thought they were making a great game and they were just doing what they were told. You know, this is the way I'm imagining it. Maybe they knew all along that it was going to be crap and they couldn't do anything to stop it. I don't know. You know, they just have to follow their orders they're given. At the end of the day, the programmers were working stupid hours. As I say, I feel like this is what most of the majority feel like. Kind of in the middle, trying not to hate. Then we've got people who are really pissed off with BioWare, really angry about the game, you know, traumatised by the fact their favourite franchise has been destroyed, never going to again buy a BioWare game. And then the others who are like, hey, it's a fantastic game and there's nothing wrong with it, and they're totally on the opposite side. Now the studio is going to be working primarily on Anthem. Please, dear God, let it be good. I have no idea. I might play it. I'm going to let the Elusive Man play it first and tell me, because I'm not really a multiplayer person. I will be eventually, but I'm not right now because I don't want to pay for the gold and pay for all the extra stuff. So that's happening right now. He's going to play it and I'll find out afterwards. And besides that, everyone else is focused on Dragon Age 4. The few leftover people, Dragon Age 4 coming out maybe end of 2018, unlikely, but 2019 probably. And that's it. So here we go. This is what Mass Effect had to say. We've worked hard to address feedback, from improving animations to expanding customized options. We look to respond to your concerns. I'm just going to paraphrase just so you get the general idea. With each patch, let us know what we were doing, and we're grateful for that. We're proud of what we created. We hope you enjoyed it well. So we decided to focus on the story, on the Pathfinder. The game was designed to further expand on the Pathfinder's journey through this new galaxy with story-based Apex and multiplayer missions. And we will continue to tell stories in the Andromeda Galaxy through our upcoming novels and comics, including the Fate of the Quarian Arc. So they were saying they decided early on that they wanted to expand the story through multiplayer, which is a bit of a silly excuse, really, isn't it? Because half their fan base probably don't use multiplayer. You know, we're talking about people who are heavily into RPG and roleplay. A good percentage of those people won't play multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer. I'm in there for the, you know, the story and to be a different character. I just don't think it's very likely. Our last update, 1.10, was the final update. No planned future patches for single player or in-game story content. So, who the hell knows what happened to the Quarian Arc? It's just floating around in space somewhere. We hope it'll get to us. We don't know. In the coming weeks, our multiplayer team will provide details of their ongoing support and upcoming content, including new multiplayer missions, character kits, and what's in store for N7 Day. I don't know anything about N7 Day. Let me know in the comments if you know what they're talking about. We appreciate all the millions of people who came with us to Andromeda Galaxy. We hope to see you again in the Mass Effect universe. Well, that's unlikely really, isn't it? Because who knows how you're going to convince EA to let you make another Mass Effect game, if we even want another Mass Effect game. I'm not even sure I even do, to be honest, because... oh, I don't know. I'm going to write a review today, hopefully. I've got a lot of reviews to write, but hopefully today, just my general feelings toward Andromeda. I suppose it is a bit of a review, talking about things that I barely didn't use. For example, just briefly, I was a sniper throughout the game, and although, yeah, throughout the game generally, I got some equipment and stuff, and I didn't change anything. My 3 power-ups that you use, I didn't change them for the entire game. I didn't need to. Didn't change them, so that was irrelevant and useful and not really used. The power-ups that you can use as extra ammo or something in while you're fighting people, didn't barely use that. That was redundant. And yeah, and I didn't really change my armour. I got a good set of armour. Didn't really need to do anything else towards that. There was too much we didn't use. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so here we go. Top comment is changed from yesterday. A big thank you to all the negative jackwagons who destroyed a game that didn't deserve it. May you never feel the disappointment many of us are feeling in an incomplete story, and in knowing that with jerks with an axe to grind are the reason you'll never see the ending or resolution. I enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda and I'm glad it was published. I wish we were getting the DLC, but alas, I'm used to good things being ruined by the worst elements of the gamer community. That's the top comment right now, which means a lot of people have agreed with that. And it was different yesterday. It was just people were just angry, but that's the top one. The one below it says this: all I have to say in this, those that were project leads and lead designers on this game shouldn't be let anywhere near the franchise going forward. That is if they ever plan to go back to it. See, fair enough, there were lots of things that were wrong with it, and lead designers are, at fault, but we don't know the circumstance. We weren't working there. We don't know what their managers were like, how long they were working, the hours. We do know about this thing called the crunch, which is when game designers and programmers are pushed to the absolute limit, just running up towards the game. They're working like stupid hours, and they don't get paid overtime. I've heard that before. So we don't know the circumstances. We don't know what EA said to them. Anyway, next one. Remember when BioWare released quality DLC for Mass Effect and the like and fully supported and extended the gameplay of the series? Those were good days. Andromeda, this is the next one. Andromeda had a really good story, and I really can't wait to see what happens in Mass Effect Andromeda 2. Hopefully we actually get to explore the galaxy proper instead of just the Helios cluster. I want to know more about the Scourge. I want to know more about the Remnants and everything else in the Mass Effect universe. It was such a rich story, it deserves to be told. Yeah, we're not going to be getting a Mass Effect Andromeda 2. Highly unlikely, not for at least another 5 years, I'd say. And then finally, last two. Why is everyone just surprised? All the online crybabies make sure this game is tanked and know the game was not bad. It just didn't meet up to unrealistic expectations. And then lastly, maybe they could at least give closure about the Quarian arc. So my thoughts are as follows. I think it's pretty bad to end the game on that note, i.e., oh, we can hear the Quarian arc, we don't know where it is. You'll find it eventually, and then not release any DLC. That's a bad move to make, considering, as the Elusive Man pointed out recently to me, Tali was in the first 3 games. She was in every single one. The Quarians are a beloved race of the community, and that was a silly thing to do, to not be immediately following up with some DLC. You could have won points back with that. They really could have, especially if it had been a strong quest or funny, or, for example, the Mass Effect 3 Shore Leave DLC on the thing everyone lived on, the Citadel, was amazing. It was so funny. Shepard made jokes, there were some romance options. It was made for fans. Fans got all the little bits they loved, and they could have done that with this, but alas, they're not being given the okay, and, I suppose, at the end of the day, who's likely to buy it? It's a real shame. And I'd just like to add as well, I'm very upset that you can't explore Meridian. You land on the planet, and I thought, oh great, cool, so we'll go outside, we'll do some more terraforming, we'll do some exploration, we'll explore the atmosphere and this cool planet, Nope. If you go back to Meridian each time, you get the ship, that's it. I was very disappointed with that. It's very sad. It's all very, very sad, and, it's just one of these things that's happened. Who knows what the future for BioWare is. I don't know really if I'll do an Andromeda review on here. I'll probably just write it now, because my thoughts are clear, really, I think, and it's been such a long time since Andromeda came out now that I think a review's kind of redundant. There were a lot of things they did wrong, things they could have done better. It was an alright game, but yeah, I think maybe if we hadn't heard any of the reviews, if I hadn't looked up anything about the reviews, I wonder how much I would have enjoyed it by myself. Maybe I should think about doing that in future, just playing the game before reading any of the reviews and making up my own mind before I'm sort of sullied by other people's thoughts. Because once you've heard the reviews, it's very hard to ignore them, and you're playing the game and you're picking out all the things that's wrong with it because you've been pointed out them already. So we'll see. It could have been better. It could have been, but I don't know if we'll see a Mass Effect game and ever again, or any other DLC. There may be another game a long time in the future, but for now, Dragon Age fans, we have Dragon Age 4 to look forward to. Please let the team do a good job. I will crumble otherwise. Let's hope the team at Dragon Age can pull it together, pull the crap out of this, because, you know, they should have compared notes. The people who made a Game of the Year should have compared notes with these guys and talked to them and led the way. They were a new team, I heard, making Mass Effect. They should have had the support from the Dragon Age team behind them, but apparently not. That's just one of these things and how it goes. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Andromeda series, Mass Effect series, Andromeda. The fact there's going to be no DLC for the Quarians. Let's hope they find Meridian. Who knows? We'll never know. Let me know in the comments. Give me a like if you enjoyed this little chat with me. A little informal. I know this is how I generally do my videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more of my face. And do come find me on Instagram. That's where I'm posting all the time about what's going on. Videos, games, etc. The review for Andromeda, my thoughts, my emotional outpouring will be on my website. And you can find my website on my Instagram. Okay? I'll see you guys very, very soon. Be cool, be kind. And I'll see you in the next episode.